Well, happy Monday, everybody. Happy Monday. It's Tracy coming back with another video. Happy Monday. Like, share, comment, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell to be notified when your girl uploads another video. Okay? And watch the video and the ads till the end. Okay? I'm trying to get back to myself, you guys. But today, I had a hard night last night, okay, dealing with some things. And so, hey, it's hard. Um, I am in my garage, in my smoking area, as usual. Okay, there I am in my garage. And you guys, I want to explain to you something about karma. You have to be really careful how you treat people. You have to be really careful in life how you treat people. Okay? The things you say, the things you do. Okay? You have to be careful because people don't forget. Okay? And the grave that you are bearing for someone else is going to be the grave that your ass going to fall in. Okay? Don't forget where you come from. Don't forget who was there for you. Don't forget who stayed up on the phone with you all night. Don't forget who was there for you. Okay? And people tend to forget. And here's the hard part. Ooh, sorry. When people get themselves halfway together where they think they together. When people get their situation halfway in order, or at least they think it's in order, they forget. One thing I learned in life, and something my mother and my grandmother always told me, don't forget where you came from. Okay? Don't forget. Don't forget. Because it says in the Bible, you reap what you sow. Now, the new terminology that they're using is karma, or what goes around comes around. All that stems from you reap what you sow. All that stems from the Bible. You reap what you sow. Karma. What goes around comes around. What goes up has to come down. Okay? So don't get it twisted. You never know when it's going to happen. It's going to happen when you least expect it. Okay? Don't get that twisted. Don't get that twisted. Don't get it twisted. When you know in your heart of all hearts that you loved and was loyal and was there, you should be able to sleep at night. There should be no regrets. If you know you've done all that you can do in your heart, if you keep your heart together, just because somebody do something to you, it doesn't necessarily mean that you have to immediately go do something to them. And it seems like that person is happy and living their life and doing this and doing that and have this and have that. They may have those things, but those things are not permanent. Okay? Everything is not what it seems to be. And that's something that my mom always told me. We're just looking from the outside. Everything is not what it seems to be. It's not. People will portray a lifestyle. They will act like they're happy. They doing this and doing that. You don't know what they're doing behind closed doors. If they're crying, what they're going through. Don't be envious because you have a friend that got a good man and he doing this, he doing that. You don't know really what's going on, what she has to give up to get those things. You don't know. Okay? I got my garage door open and I'm one of them nosy neighbors. I hear a car, I'm looking to see what's happening. Okay? That's just me. But you just can't do it. You just can't. things are not always what they seem to be. It's not. And we tend to look on the outside a lot. We tend to, and when people get a joy out of hurting you, when people get a joy out of your pain, when people are happy to see you down, you don't need them in your life anyway. Sometimes we need to just live our life, do what we need to do, and let things happen naturally. Because when you go look for something, you ain't going to find it. You ain't going to find the right thing. You're just not. You're just not going to find the right thing. Just live your life. Let go of the things that is in your life that's bringing you pain and unhappiness. Sometimes we let our emotions take the best of us, and we don't want to see, we don't want to accept, we don't want to accept what we really feeling, what we really see. We just don't. And yes, the truth does hurt, but sometimes we need to face the truth. Okay, we need to face reality. And it is sometimes our reality is not, it's not the reality that we want. But the first step to healing is accepting your reality, accepting the things that is right now. But just because that's the way it is right now does not mean that that's the way it's going to always be. And I say that to say this. I'm going through that right now. I'm happy that there's certain people out of my life. I'm happy that, sometimes being alone is not so bad. You have to be careful and be very choosy of who you have in your circle and who you choose to deal with. You just do. Hold on for a second. Okay, I'm back, you guys. I didn't put my phone on Do Not Disturb, and I got a phone call, so it's fixed now. But I want to tell you something. Family is not always blood. Your family, see, one thing about family, you can't pick your family, but you can pick your friends. And I have a couple of friends that is more family to me than my family. I have a couple of friends that don't judge me. They don't point the finger at me. I don't point the finger at them. I don't judge them. Okay? We cry together. We laugh together. We encourage each other. They're with me through my ups and my downs. They don't try to humiliate. I would never forget. I had this friend. I just loved this girl. You never know where you're going to meet somebody at. I met her at work. We worked at a telephone company. I'm not going to say the name. I ain't promoting. But I loved her. I thought that was my absolute dog. We was friends for years. I never forget, there were times that she humiliated me and thought it was funny, and I didn't realize it, okay, at the time. I remember one time I came to work, I had finally took my braids out. I had me a press and curl, okay? I had my hair, flat iron. I call it press and curl, but it was flat iron. And I came to work, and everybody was complimenting me because they couldn't believe, bitch got hair. This guy wear braids. Because back then, I wore a lot of singles. I wore a lot of single braids. She came to me and just messed up my hair. She went like this, just messed it up. Just messed up my hair. Just put her hand in my head and went like this. Just messed it up. And I was like, and thought it was funny. Everybody laughed and thought it was funny. And I just combed it down. And I'm like, girl, why you? I didn't think about it. There was times where I had broke up with my boyfriend. I've been with for a long time. And you know how you break up with somebody and you be feeling down, you be feeling fat, ugly. You go through that. And I was on the phone crying to her, crying, crying. She had me on the speakerphone. Her kids was laughing. I remember one time we had went to this place where we had to do. It was like an opinion place. We had to give our opinion on a certain product or issue or whatever, and they paid you for it. It wasn't raining, but it had rained, and it was a lot of people in there, and I slipped and fell. I had mud from my shoulder all the way to my foot on one whole side, and she laughed. That wasn't the time to laugh because I had to go into this office with all these white people, with all these people. I was so embarrassed and humiliated, and she just laughed. It's like things that happened to me, she would laugh. And when I heard her kids laughing when she had me on speakerphone, it's just a lot of things. And then I would talk to her about certain things that's going on in my life, certain issues I had with my family, my mom, my dad. I mean, not my dad, but just things. And when she had me on that she this one day just stopped calling me after she had a procedure done. She just stopped calling me. To kick me to the curb. I haven't seen her in years. One of her family members seen me in a grocery store. They rushed and called her, honey. She flew down to the grocery store just to see how I was looking and how much weight I lost, or if I gained, or if I lost, or it was just, you have to be careful. Everybody ain't your friend. Everybody ain't true to you. Everybody don't love you and care about you. Just because a person will sit there and listen to you and talk to you and give you advice and all that doesn't mean anything. Because a lot of times people just want to hear what you're going through so they can get on the phone and call their other friends. Okay, I remember times I was at her house, other people was there, they go in the other room and talk about me. I was at the lowest point in my life, emotionally. We all break down sometimes. But see, what people would fail to realize, I'm not no dumb bitch. I've got a lot of wisdom. I have a lot of talents. Okay, more than people think I do. I'm very intuitive. Okay, very. That's my sign. I'm an Aquarius. We're very intuitive. And then see, what folks don't realize is I had a strong grandparents and a strong mother who instilled a lot of things in me. I'm very wise. I'm very intuitive. Okay? And what I'm saying is be careful who you befriend. Just because a person will listen to you on the phone, just because a person will talk to you, don't mean that they're your friend. You know who your friend is. When your crown is crooked, that means when you're down and you feeling a certain type of way, they'll fix your crown and don't want nothing in return. They don't have a problem uplifting you. They don't have a problem fixing your crown. And you won't have a problem fixing theirs. I don't have very many people in my life as far as friends. I do have family. And these people that I'm mentioning now, these family members, they're not my blood. They're not my blood. Everybody ain't for you. Everybody don't love you. Everybody ain't thinking about you. Everybody ain't thinking about your best interests. And back then I didn't think about, I was going through a lot back then. I thought she was my friend. I was going through a lot because my daughter, I didn't know that my daughter had a thyroid problem. She's not like she was then. She used to have these out. She used to just, it was off her thyroid was out of whack. And I was going through a lot with her when she was a teenager, emotionally. And I thought I had a friend that I was crying on her shoulder. I mean, I was so desperate. One time I said, can such and such, I was trying to pawn my daughter off to her sister. I didn't really mean it. I just was, But at the lowest point in my life, I seen who was there for me. It's time that we all reflect on our lives. Reflect on who's there for us, because I'm there for people. Okay? I'm a very compassionate person. That's why I love my job and the social work that I do. Okay? I'm going to switch gears here. I am, due to my dad's passing, and then now my mom's passing hit me in a whole nother way. And it traumatized me by watching her pass, seeing the things that I seen, hearing what she was saying, watching her pass, watching her fight for her life because she didn't want to go. Watching her pass traumatized me. And so I start a therapy group soon. Matter of fact, I need to call them. They just called me to let me know that my medical coverage pays for it. So I need to call them to get my date that I start. Don't be afraid of therapy. I'm going to advocate for therapy, and here's my reasons why. Let me light my cigarette first, okay? Let me go ahead and light it. Let me just please. I advocate for therapy because we don't know these people. I'd rather talk to a therapist than a friend right now, because they don't know me. They don't have a dog in the fight. They don't know me. They don't know the other party. They don't know nothing. So I'm going to get an unbiased opinion. The people in the group don't know me. If they shared my story, nobody else probably would know my story. I don't care if they do, because they don't know me. Would be totally strangers. I can open up and talk about feelings and talk about things that is deep-rooted, things that is hard to talk about. And the therapist, like I said, don't have a dog in the fight. They can give me an unbiased opinion. They're probably going to give me an opinion that I already know, but hearing it from a stranger might sit a little bit more as truth or something. Talking to someone is not a bad thing. Talking to a therapist is not a bad thing. It's healing. It's getting everything out, all your emotions, everything out of your mind, out of your heart. It's getting it out. Because when you keep those things bottled in, it's going to drive you crazy. One day you're going to explode, like that pressure cooker analogy I gave you before in one of my videos. When that pressure cooker get all the way to the max, when it get to the end, it just, you don't want that to happen. Because if you keep things bottled in and you explode, you're going to say things that you may not be able to take back. Hold on for a second. Okay, I'm back. You may not be able to take back. It's hard to take words back. One thing I do want to say that I agree with Maya Angelou. And people repeat this all the time, but she's the one that said this: when people show you who they are, believe them. We sometimes don't want to believe what we see. We don't want to feel what we feel. We don't want to accept the way things are. A lot of times now, I'm jumping to relationships. If you're in a relationship with someone and you find yourself not setting boundaries, or the boundaries that you already know, things that are a deal breaker for you, okay? Let's say that. There's certain deal breakers. Like for me, disloyalty is a deal breaker for me. Okay? You're disloyal to me, I'm done. I have been, because in the past, people have been so disloyal to me until I can't do disloyalty. Okay, that's a deal breaker. Cheating on me is a deal breaker. You ready to step out? Let's just break up. There's certain things. So when you have your deal breakers, which is basically your boundaries, okay, and you find yourself overlooking those boundaries, you're still staying in the relationship even though you're not happy, even though that person is not being the husband or the boyfriend or the man or the wife or the girlfriend that you need them to be. And you still stay in it. You're staying in it for the wrong reasons. You're losing yourself. That's when you need to realize that maybe your confidence level is low, you got some insecurities, there's something going on that's making you stay somewhere that you know you're not happy, because you don't want to be alone, you're afraid, whatever it is. We have to remember our boundaries. We have to love ourselves first, because that's where the boundaries come in. When you love yourself, when you truly love and respect yourself, when you have respect for yourself and love for yourself, you will not let a person just do you any kind of way. You'll find yourself in that relationship or that marriage for years, and that person doing the same thing. And you're getting the same thing out of it. Nothing but hurt and pain. You accepting your husband or your wife cheating on you, knowing that that's something that you just don't want to deal with. Once you accept it and you stay with that person, they think it's okay. They're going to keep doing it. When you let someone treat you the way you don't want to be treated, and you still stay there, you're not telling them anything. You're not punishing them. You're making them think that it's okay. They're going to apologize to you. They're going to be nice to you for a little while, and they're going to just do it again. But next time, they're just going to be a little bit smarter. You may not find out as fast as you did that time. You're letting them know that it's okay. That's because there's no self-love there. You have no self-love. I don't care how big you are, how small you are, lose weight, gain weight, get your butt done, get your eyelashes put on, put your weave on, fix yourself up, lose weight, have surgery, go get you a BBL, get you some tits put in, booty put in. No matter what you do on the outside, you need to fix the inside. It's the inside that matters, not the outside. The outside is a shell. You need to fix that inside. You need to love yourself. You need to respect yourself. You need to have self-love, self-care. You need to love yourself. That's what's going to make a person understand you and treat you the way you want to be treated, the way you deserve to be treated. When you allow someone to walk over you and rake you over the coals, You'll find yourself in that relationship for years and them still doing the same thing. You still feeling the same way. And you have lost all those years of time, because if you would have got rid of that person, worked on yourself, did what you need to do for yourself, God would have opened the door for you for somebody else. You blocking your blessings when you stay in a relationship that you're not happy with, that you're not being fulfilled with. And it stems back to self-love. Self-love. Even with friendships, when you have a friend in your life and they always want to call you up with their issues, but when you try to call them, they don't want to listen to you. Or when something bad happens to you, they want to talk about something good that happened to them. You tell them you had a misfortune, maybe your car broke down, and then they say, "Ooh, I'm so glad my car's still running." Or I just did, when they do stuff like that, that's not a friend. It's hard to find. I am so thankful to God that I have these couple of friends that I have in my life. I got a couple. About four. Four girlfriends that none of them know each other. But those four girlfriends give me something that each one don't have, and they got their own girlfriend. I don't have a lot of people in my life like that. My trust level in people is very low. I don't trust people because loyalty to me, I am big on loyalty. That's a deal breaker for me for everything. Sometimes we have to take a reflection of our life and look into ourselves and love ourselves to walk away from situations. Change is not easy. It's uncomfortable making changes. It's uncomfortable making changes in our life. It doesn't feel good. It's hurtful when you make changes. Just like when you remodeling your house. It looked tore up. They tear everything down. Your house look in shambles. Everything is tore out. The walls is tore out. Carpet pulled up. Everything looks bad. But once they put it back together, once that house is remodeled and put back together, all of that what you seen in that house that was making you feel a certain type of way, with all that shit pulled down, you just crying, your house all tore up, it's worth it. That pain and agony that you went through to make these changes in your life, at the end will be worth it. At the end, it will be worth it. Go through that pain. Go through that agony. Go through that discomfort. Because in the end, it's gonna be all right. What Jerome say, Martin Jerome? My probation thing gonna be all right. Oh, you gonna be all right. You gonna be all right. We have to do a self-reflection. We have to do some spring cleaning. Throw out all that bad stuff. Throw out the stuff you don't need anymore. Throw out the stuff you can't fit. Throw out the stuff that got holes in it. Throw out the stuff that's tore up. Throw out the stuff that's broken. You got some broken stuff in your house, throw it out. Something don't work, throw it out. We got to do some spring cleaning, physically and emotionally and inside. With our house, physically, and with ourselves. We got to do some, just like you do spring cleaning in your house, you got to do spring cleaning within yourself. And change is not, it doesn't feel good for change. But sometimes we have to make decisions that are not comfortable for us. The decisions that we have to make sometimes are not comfortable. It doesn't feel good. It feels bad. It hurts. It's painful. But in the end, it's worth it. Thank you for listening to me today. I hope you got something out of this video. Like, share, comment, hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell to be notified when your girl uploads another video. Don't let nobody steal your joy today. I'm not going to let nobody steal mine. I'm definitely really working hard to have some sort of joy today. I'll be damned if I hand the little bit of joy that I worked hard to get, I just hand it away to somebody to destroy it. I love you guys, and I will catch you in the next video. Peace.